Guitarist in the band, I thought it'd be difficult having to sort of working but being around him all the time, but actually I don't really see all that much of him, so when I do see him, it's sort of like, you know, how's everything going? Like, yeah, it's all going good. It's a hard lifestyle to settle into, but I think if you get set in certain routines, which makes it a lot easier, but it's quite easy, the actual travelling part, because you get plenty of sleep. Even during the day, if you've got not much to do, you can get back to your bunk and have an hour's sleep or something. But it is nice when you've got a day off and you drive straight to a hotel or something that you're staying at, and you can get off the bus and get into a hotel where you've got a bit more space, you know, proper shower and everything. But, I mean, at the show, there's great catering, so there's food whenever you need it. They've got shower facilities and everything, so it's not too bad.
My name is Brad Marsh, otherwise known as Munchie. I'm Phil's drum tech. I set up, take care, maintain, tune, and everything else concerning his drums. And I've been working with him for 17 years now. Phil plays concert toms, which are single-headed tom-toms, and very few people play them anymore. And a lot of the things he uses are not made anymore. For instance, the hi-hat stand and the throne I'm sitting on, they don't make anymore, so we have to find these things.
I'm using the same bass drum pedal that I used, the same model I've used all my life, actually. And they come through, Ferraris come through, you know, they've got these wonderful and fast drum pedals, but I'm using the same one just because it's fine for what I do, you know. I mean, when it comes to drums, you know, drum's a drum, really. You know, you can buy a new drum, but it still sounds like the old one.
Phil's really laid back in this tour. I think he's really enjoying himself. You know, he seems like he comes in smiling and he's joking, and it's good. It's nice. Less pressure.
Okay, so I'm going to take some photographs here. I want everybody to just put their hands in the air. We love Genesis. Yes, we love Genesis. We really do. We love Genesis, especially Mr. Tony Banks.
I'm Tony Smith. I manage the band. I've managed the band since 1973. And at the end of the day, it's all down to me. The buck stops here.
Tony Smith has, been managing us as a band and individually, really, since 1973. He's been very much involved in making, overseeing how things can work.
This first started because we had remixed all the studio albums into 5.1 surround sound, and we're going to release them in sets of box sets. And I said that I didn't really want to see them released without some kind of activity going on. Finally, I had a lunch with Peter Gabriel, and I was asking Peter whether he would be prepared to do anything to promote them. And we got round to the conversation about, well, the best way to do it would be a live show. And so I said to Peter, being a little bit mischievous, I said, well, yeah, but we could do that, but you probably wouldn't be able to sing those songs now, would you? And he went, of course I would. So that started the conversation. That ended with a meeting with all 5 of them in Glasgow. They came up, as Phil was playing in Glasgow on his solo tour, and we sat down, we had a meeting and talked about whether or not we wanted to do something as the original 5. It turned out that Peter still had another solo album to do, and he wanted to do another tour with that before he did anything else. And knowing Peter, that could be a year or it could be 5 years, that length of time. So after Peter and Steve had gone home, Mike and Tony stayed on to see Phil's show, and we sat down and we said, well, why don't we do something anyway? And so that's how this started.
Well, the key to my survival was never in much doubt. The question was how I could keep sane, trying to find a way out.
The Rome show is going to be very exciting. I think traditionally you do it, they've done this show outside the Colosseum in the street. Well, they showed us the drawings, and I went down to Rome and said, this isn't going to work because this stage we have is far too big for that, and it just isn't going to work. So they came back with the Circus Maximus, which is fantastic. And they talk about anything between 300 and 500,000 or 750,000 people. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens.
Feel every day what might happen that night.
We're very excited about it, actually. First and foremost, a free show is wonderful to be able to do. Italy and Genesis have had a very big connection for a very long time since we first sort of started going there. Playing at a location like that, which is very historical and special, will make the whole thing seem, I think, very different. It'll be just a wonderful, wonderful setting.
But they say the time is a heat up.